Scrapper Bob here, fooling with this Snapper lawnmower. You're gonna have to ignore the fan noise. It's hotter than a witch's titty here in Kentucky. But yeah, so first things first, this coil, or whatever you want to call it, recoil, whatever you want to call it, wasn't working. So I took that off, oiled it up, you know, pulled it, oiled it, pulled it, oiled it. Finally got it back to working properly. Put a new spark plug in it. Obviously haven't cleaned it yet. But I put a new spark plug in it, checked it for spark with my tester. It's got spark. Took the carburetor off, cleaned it really good, and put it back on there, and still nothing. So now when I pour a little fuel down in here and tip it on its side, it'll act like it wants to do something for just a split second. Like I'm talking, maybe I'll pull that cord and I'll get maybe 2 rotations and it'll die. So I really don't know where to go from here. Should I just, could the carburetor still be bad even though it's super clean on the inside? The bowl wasn't dirty at all. The bowl was like spotless. So you know, I ran my little needle through all the jets. They're all unclogged. I made sure this hose is hooked, air hose or something is hooked up. I read something that might help, that this hose might push air through the carburetor to help gas get up in there. So I don't know what to do. I done wasted over an hour fooling with this thing. It's still not running. So should I gamble even further and buy this $21 carburetor on Amazon? Looks like the same exact carburetor. It says it's for a pressure washer or Troy Bell, so I don't know. It also says Briggs & Stratton. That 11 OP is what's the sticker is on the engine. So I assume that's got to be the same carburetor. Now, could my carburetor, so even though this carburetor on here is super clean, could it still be bad? I don't know, you know. So I put a little gas in there in that hole and tilt it on its side and let it fall in there. It'll give it just a brief 1/5 of a second of life and then it's done. So I'm thinking it's definitely a gas issue. I'm definitely getting gas through the hose. It's definitely getting down into the bowl, but it's not being sent up into here. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about if I want to waste $21 on Amazon, or if this thing just needs to go to the flea market and be sold as is for 25, 30, 40, 50 bucks, whatever somebody give me for it. You know, it's a nice freaking lawnmower, man. I doubt this thing has hardly any hours on it. You know, well, I should take that back. It says 2016. I've actually had this thing for about 3 years. It's just been sitting outside of my garage. You know, when I got it a few years ago, I couldn't get it running. I was like, alright, well, I'll put it out here for a while. But, yeah, I don't know what to do. Let me know if y'all know something.